Welcome to another edition of Appeal to Judge Veal. And guess what? Today, we're going to learn what it's really like to have a good best friend. This is a case where one person is just so concerned about the other person that, I mean, it just really amazes me that you have people that are so concerned about someone else's welfare. Because generally, people really don't care. You know, if you get in trouble, you get sick, whatever, you know, that's your problem, not mine. But here's a case where you have two individuals that grew up together, and this, to me, is what true love is about. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
You know, you are, well, I'll say hello to you too. How you doing?
Hey,
You know, you're the plaintiff. You're the person that called and asked if we would, you know, kind of hear your situation. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. And what's your name?
I'm Frankie.
Frankie. And Frankie, tell us, you know, about your relationship with your friend, and why'd you come here?
Okay, to be honest with you, I came here today because my friend Jonathan owed me a lot of money, like $2,000 cash.
Oh, wow.
And he said he was going to pay me back, and sadly he didn't. And earlier today at work, he got into a situation, and I'm trying to help him not get involved with that. Mm-hmm. But earlier today, he just lost his job, and he got in trouble with the boss, and the boss got on him by showing the tattoos on his face. And
But, you know, when you loaned him the $2,000, did you expect to get it back at a certain time, or, you know?
Yeah, I did.
What and what happened? Did he tell you he'd get it to you? What did he say? As usual.
As usual, he told me he'd get it back someday. When I got it, when next week came, he didn't give me to it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe there's a reason why. So, you know, I'm going to ask him. You know, you asked me to try to figure this out for you. So I'm going to ask him, you know, what happened that caused him not to pay on time. I mean, you did say that he was in an accident, so let's just figure out what happened. Hi, how you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
Right.
And, you know, your friend indicated that you had, you know, borrowed some money, and then he also talked about you getting into an accident or something. Why don't you just tell us what happened?
Well, I had an incident while I was away from work. I had got chased by a dog through the neighborhood. You know, went viral, all type of like stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
I got injured. I got bit by the dog, so like I had to go get hospital treatment, whatever. You know, I was prescribed some meds, and then next thing you know, I ain't gonna lie, I got addicted to the medication.
Okay.
And you know what happens when you be addicted to, like, you know, those type of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of like stopped going to work, you feel me, was focusing on like some things that wasn't important. So now that I'm back, I'm ready to, like, you know, try to straighten up these things with my friend and, you know, pay him his money.
What do you do as an occupation? Where do you work?
I'm a Postmate.
Oh, you're a post. Okay. So, you're out on the street all the time, and you got bit by that dog.
Yeah.
Well, when you weren't able to pay the money back, you know, did you say anything to him, or did you just drop it, or? I mean, tell me what about that?
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, what happened was, my friend, he asked about it or whatever, you feel me? So, like, when he asked, I told him something else was going on. I ain't gonna lie to him. I told him, like, yeah, I got into a car accident, whatever, because I ain't want, it was embarrassing, like, I got bit by a dog, you feel me? It's like, it was hard to explain, you feel me? I ain't want to think that I was lying, and that sounded more believable. So, like, I was like, okay, I was in a car accident or whatever, you feel me? I'll pay your money back as soon as I get done, as soon as the doctor clears me for work. And it was actually longer than what I thought. I thought that I'd be back within maybe a couple weeks to a month, you feel me? And
I noticed on the paperwork that I read when both of you all came in that you were in rehab for about 2 months or so, 2 or 3 months or something, right? So you weren't working during that time, were you?
No.
No? Okay. Now that you hear his situation, because I know you didn't know it before. How do you feel about the money, the fact that he hasn't worked? Did you all work together, or do you know?
Yeah, we worked together, and at first I felt like stabbed in the back, betrayed.
Because he didn't talk to you.
Nope.
He just let the deadline just go by.
Yup.
Which is a problem many times with people, because if you owe somebody some money and you say that you're going to pay by a certain date and you can't for whatever reason, why don't you just call them up and tell them? Maybe it's the embarrassment or the shame, but still, you owe somebody money and you just walk away like they had the money and they had it, you didn't, and that's what they were supposed to do. But now that you see that he was, you knew that he was off work. Yeah. And I read some of the material that you gave me where you did say that you visited him periodically, but he just never said anything to you. Did you bring anything up to him? Did you say anything to him?
I couldn't say anything.
Why?
Because I was afraid that I might hurt my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
And me and him, we've been friends like a long time, ever since we was grasshoppers.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time. You all went to grammar school together, lived in the neighborhood together, according to your complaint.
We met ever since we was little kids.
Right.
And we even went to every single school together.
Uh-huh. Well, what I'm thinking is, now that you're back to work, right?
Yes.
You are back to work. Now, with him being back to work, and I know the time has passed, a lot of time has passed when you said the money was due, but how do you feel about him paying you on a little schedule? Suppose he paid you a certain amount of money. I know it's $2,000. You didn't charge interest, did you?
No.
Oh, and you aren't going to charge interest, are you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Suppose he paid you, say, $100 a month.
I'll accept that.
You would take it?
Yeah.
You would take it? But I don't know. That's just me talking. If I could ask him or figure out if he could pay $100 a month, how would that? I know that would resolve the financial thing, but how would you feel about the friendship?
Yeah, I will accept that, but all I can say is he doesn't pay me my $100 a month. By then, my friendship with him is finito.
Oh, so $200 a month, and we're talking about, 20 months, so almost 2 years. So, but during that 2-year period, do you all think you could make up some kind of way?
I ain't gonna lie, Your Honor. I don't know if
I
I
like
could
the
be
fact
able
that
to
you
do
keep
that.
saying, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna
'Cause,
lie. But anyway, go ahead, what'd you say?
No, I don't think I could do that because like I have other bills and like I have like my job, like it doesn't really pay enough to like pay them $100 a month in 2 years. Wow, that's crazy. Like
That sounds a little asinine to me. I mean, you're gonna sit up here and tell me I got other bills. He's a bill.
I mean, yeah.
He's a bill. He's one of your bills.
But only if I got the funds to, come up with the money. Like my job, it's like they doesn't pay enough. You feel me? And then like
you got how many cell phones you have?
I got the new XR.
Wait a minute. How much money did you pay for that?
That was probably like I said about like $700, $800.
Right.
But I'm still paying on it though. You feel me?
That's a monthly bill. What else you got?
I have the new Jordans.
And how much you pay for that?
$200.
You pay cash for that, right? How many other pair of those Jordans and all those gym shoes, whatever you want to call them? How many of those things you got?
I have about like 7, 8 pair.
7 or 8 pair. And I know you paid a good $200-300 for them all, right? I mean, each of them.
Yes.
And one of them, I think, cost about $600 or $700. And that's some of the money you could have paid your friend back. What kind of a friend do you think you are?
I mean, like, I'm a good friend. I feel like I'm a good friend because, like, I have, like, a good heart. Like, at least I thought about trying to pay the money back because some people, like...
because you thought about it, that made your heart. You got a good heart. Because you thought about it.
I mean, I'll give him the money back, but I don't think I could give it back in that time frame that was asked. Maybe if I could get a little bit more time.
What, like 5 years?
I mean, yeah, that'll work out. That way I could, at least pay like $15 a month or like $20 a month.
I think you're full of crap. I don't know what kind of friends you are. I mean, here he loans you the $2,000. You don't pay on time. We're suggesting, maybe $100 a month, and you're sitting up here saying that all you're concerned about is your gym shoes and your cell phone and whatever else you got. Got a car?
Working on getting one, but yeah, that's why I really like. Man, I need me a car. It's getting cold, Your Honor. I'm trying to, save up so I can get me a vehicle. You
don't think he really needs that $2,000, do you?
I mean,
No, you don't think he really needs it, do you?
yeah, I believe that he do, but at the same time, like I feel like he could wait a little longer.
Oh wow! And that's your friend?
That really hurts, And me, I've been through a lot with you, When you got in trouble with the teacher, I was there. I had your back. I got suspended for you. And what's worse, when you needed money to pay your car note and your rent, I was there. And it really hurts my heart for me to say this, And I've been through a lot for you.
He put you ahead of a lot of other stuff, And you sit around here talking about your cell phone, the car you saving for, the tennis shoes that you got. I don't know why he keeps you as a friend. He sat up here and said, oh, he would keep you as a friend so long as you paid $100 a month. And then he wants it extended to a little bit longer, 5 years is okay, so he can pay $15 a month. What kind of a friend is that? That's kind of typical because I really think that he feels as though he really doesn't need the $2,000, so why should I pay for it? But you know what? I think that you're just too selfish. You're just too selfish for me.
And what's worse, I got kids to feed.
Oh.
I mean, but I got sisters and brothers too, so it's like it's the same way. Like I got a mom, I got sisters, I have nieces and stuff like that.
Son.
But at the same time, you have a vehicle, right? I take the bus. You feel me?
I'm married. My wife drives me.
I'm saying, but still, I don't even know how to drive. I don't have a car. You feel me? I'm taking the bus, the train everywhere, getting bit by dogs and stuff. Like you didn't even take into consideration that I was injured. You feel me? Like
I
it's
even went to
crazy.
the hospital for you.
He said he went to hospital with you. He visited you. He did say
mean,
that. He visited you in rehab.
But
where did the dog bite you?
He bit me in my leg.
Maybe he should have bit you in your butt. Maybe that's what he should have done. Maybe that would have given you some energy.
Or in the head.
Or in the head. And you talk about your heart. You got such a good heart. I don't know about that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about that either. So he talks about how he has a good heart. But you see what he thinks about his friends. I'm going to tell you something. You better think twice about loaning somebody some money. Because like in this case right here, I'm not even sure if I'm able to help them because you have one person that is still so self-centered about the things that he wants and the things that he needs. So I'm going to ask you, give us a call and let me know what you think about this situation. I don't know. I think we have one of the callers now. Let me see. Hello, caller.
Yes, Judge Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Judge Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. I watch your show all the time. I'm finding this one quite intriguing here.
Why is it so
this young
intriguing to you?
Well, I mean, he seems so nonchalant about his money. I know he brought you on the show, but he's not, demanding his money. And the other guy, I guess the old adage is, however people let you treat them, that's what's going on. And I guess he's taking his friendship for kindness, I guess, But I think he should just go ahead and pay him his money and just be done with it, You can't use the word friend loosely nowadays, because a lot of times you have frenemies, And I think he's in the right place. He's on your show, so he's headed in the right start.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, caller. Let me see what they think about that. Thanks a lot for
Uh-huh.
calling. He says that you don't act like you really want the money. Is that true?
I mean, yeah.
But
I do
that's
want the
really
money.
not the issue. If you want it or not, it's owed to you. That's my take on it. That it's owed to you, regardless of how you feel or the fact that you haven't jumped across the table to grab them. You know.
Me personally, I don't know. I don't know if the money would come to me or not. But truth of the matter is, we've been friends a long time. You know. I don't want my friendship to end just like this.
So are you saying that the friendship is ending?
It will be sooner or later.
And, Johnny, what'd you say about that? Do you care?
I mean, like, I care about the friendship and all that, but, like, at the same time, like, I feel like that this money is, like, getting in the middle of our friendship and stuff because, like, at the end of the day, we supposed to be, like, buddies. Like, we supposed to stick together A1, day one, you know? So, like, at the end of the day, like, these are problems that we having about this little money situation. I feel like he should be able to, like, you know, look over it. And, like, of course, I'll pay him, but, like, give me a little bit more time.
What do you want to do? Let me hear what you want to do. How do you want to pay him? How much do you want to pay him on a monthly basis? Add him to your ledger with all them other debts that you say you have.
Let's see, because I do have a lot of other debts, so I'm trying to see how could I fit him
I mean,
in.
what about $50 a month? Can you do that?
I think I could work with that. $50 a month sounds okay.
Me too.
Okay? $50 a month, you agree?
Yeah.
Now look, if you don't pay it, you know, and he ends the friendship, you deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. You know, someone comes and they help you out, and then you want to take eons in order to pay it back, and then you just kind of ignore it and everything. But I'm gonna tell you a piece of advice for you, and for the audience. If you can't afford to lose it, do not loan it. Because when you loan to your friends and your family, they're going to feel like they don't have to pay you back because you got it. So, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Appeal to Judge Veal. But remember, don't be loaning anybody any money.
Okay, I want to thank Judge Veal for reviewing our case. I felt like it could have turned out a little bit more in my favor where I could have came out, you know, paying less money, even maybe not paying nothing, because I ain't gonna lie, it's this kind of the goose I'm trying to get, you know. Then they got these new mics finna come out, I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to grab those, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank Judge Veal for pleading my case and everything. So, and as for my best friend, I'm gonna give him 3 days to give him my $50 a month. By 3 days' time, if he doesn't pay, my friendship done. And I mean like finito. And I'm serious about that. Dead serious.